Police documents describe an incident involving boxing star Gervonta "Tank" Davis that investigators say was captured on venue surveillance. And the reason this is getting so much attention isn't internet drama. It's the combination of a clear timeline, specific allegations, and the fact that authorities say they based key steps on what they reviewed. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through what's alleged, what the listed charges are, and what the process looks like from here, without jumping to conclusions. Here's the core detail. Investigators allege that surveillance video from a Miami area club shows Davis physically directing a woman through parts of the venue and toward a stairwell area in a way authorities describe as forceful. I'm going to keep this respectful and non-graphic, but the important point is what police are claiming the footage supports, that the woman's account lines up with what they say can be seen on camera. Now zoom out, because the timeline is where the story becomes clearer. Authorities say the incident date was October 27, 2025, at roughly 4:15 a.m. They also say the woman came forward to law enforcement shortly after and reported that she was working in the VIP section when the alleged event took place. In her account to police, she reportedly described a prior relationship with Davis and said it had recently ended. That context matters because investigators often look at prior contact between two people when evaluating intent, consent, and whether a situation escalated. If the key point is there's video, why does it still turn into a dispute online? Because a video rarely answers every question by itself. A camera angle can miss audio, context, what happened before the clip starts, or what occurred off-screen. That's why police typically combine what they say they saw on footage with statements, witness accounts, and any other documentation they believe is relevant. According to what's been described in the police paperwork, officers noted additional moments on camera that they believe show continued physical control, again described in non-consensual terms, through different parts of the venue, and then movement toward another area. The woman is also described as trying to resist being directed. Whether a court ultimately agrees with those interpretations is a separate step, but this is the alleged basis for the charges that followed. So what are the charges, and what do they imply, without sensationalizing them? Authorities listed 3 charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. In everyday language, these labels can sound extreme, but legally they hinge on specific elements. False imprisonment, for example, generally relates to allegations that someone was restrained or prevented from leaving. Attempted kidnapping can relate to alleged efforts to move or confine someone against their will. The key is that police are signaling they believe the conduct they're alleging, and the evidence they say they reviewed, meets thresholds for those categories. Another detail in the paperwork, investigators referenced speaking with potential witnesses, including a claim about a prior situation, though the documentation doesn't appear to provide full specifics about that earlier allegation. And that's exactly where responsible coverage matters. Mentioning something in an investigation is not the same as proving it in court. It can inform how police proceed, but it doesn't replace the legal process. Authorities later announced Davis was wanted in connection with these allegations. He was subsequently located, taken into custody, and bond was set at $16,000. Bond isn't a verdict. It's a pretrial decision designed to ensure a person returns to court while the case moves forward. Right now, the responsible way to frame this is simple. Police allege an incident occurred, say they reviewed surveillance footage, and filed charges that will now be tested through the legal process. The bigger picture is how quickly a public narrative forms, and how important it is to separate allegations, documents, and outcomes.